Drafting in fantasy basketball is actually quite easy once you get the hang of it and know the strategies to use. This video, I'll be talking about the strategies to use and how to draft a contending team in a standard 12-team fantasy basketball league. There are typically 13 rounds in a standard fantasy basketball league unless you are in a custom league that has more teams and more rounds. So this is basically a round by round breakdown of drafting in a standard fantasy basketball league. The first round, you want to pick the best player available. This is where you pick your go-to guy, so to speak. While the first round doesn't see many changes because the first round is usually players that are already established and are superstars in the league. The second round will see many changes. This is where some players start to take risks. The second round, I would also suggest you take the best player available, regardless of position. Preferably, you take a player that has superstar potential. Some players like drafting centers because centers that are of premium status are very rare, and centers are very important in fantasy basketball, so I could see why people tend to draft centers early. The third round, pick a power forward or center that gets lots of rebounds and can put up points as well. The fourth round, pick a point guard that will get points and assists. The fifth round, get a center that can get rebounds and blocks. The sixth round, get another point guard that can get points and assists. The seventh round, get a player that was affected by injury last season, but still had good enough stats when healthy. The reason why you get a player in the seventh round is because perhaps their season was cut short, but they're still a really good player. So they dropped a little in the standings, but they're a good enough player to make an impact in fantasy next season. The eighth round, get a good player that plays on a bad team that can stuff the stat sheet. Ninth round, get the best available small forward or power forward that allows for roster flexibility. Let me make a correction. This is usually a small forward and power forward, not or. The reason why you want to get a player that can play both small forward and power forward position is because it allows the roster flexibility. You want players that can play multiple positions as opposed to a player that can play only one. The 10th round, get a shooting guard. Preferably a player that can also play small forward. 11th round, get the best available power forward. Normally, I would also advise you to get a guy that can also play center as well, but it's okay if you only can play power forward. Finally, in the 12th round, get another center that can get a lot of rebounds and blocks. This can be a rookie or it can be a guy that just gets a lot of rebounds and blocks. Finally, the 13th round, draft a rookie that had an impressive summer league performance. So that's my round by round breakdown of how to draft in fantasy basketball in a standard league. Next episode, I'll be talking about players to watch for in fantasy football.